EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, these Detroit Lions, they won over a lot of people with the way they played under Dan Campbell last year. They started 1-6, found their stride, won 8 of their last 10 games, and nearly got into the playoffs.
And when you think back to how they almost got in, that final Sunday night going to Lambeau Field and beating the Packers, that tells you about the culture that's already been established there. All you need now is to watch this team continue to play. They're going to contend, I believe, in this season.
And meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, one era ends, another begins. This is a team that finished 8-9 last year, missed out on the playoffs at the very end. What needs to happen for the green and gold to be playoff bound once more?
Everyone's focusing on how they're starting over on the offensive side of the ball. But to me, they have an accumulation of talent on defense that needs to play like a top 10, top 5 defense in the NFL.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Fighting through it, he's got space. And how about the burst here to begin the drive? Another big gain on the ground. This one good for 17 more. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. St. Brown in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
This is set up now to be the true beginning of Love's NFL career because he's finally out from under the shadow of Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay's giving him this season to prove he can be their starter. 4 years after he was drafted in the 1st round, we'll find out if Love is the next decade-long starter for the Green Bay Packers.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. first down. Love to pass. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Love. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Now the rookie Jaden Reed deep for the Packers.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Love, he's got this complete to Jones. 4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun. Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick here is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Goff. That is incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Back to throw is Clifford. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Love now. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. On 2nd down, it's Jones. There's a nice move. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Love from the gun.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now it's gone.
Going underneath. Gibbs has it. 7 yards there and a first down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
Goff on first down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Here's Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again is Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Goff now looks to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
On the move past the 40.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Throw left side, caught by Laporta.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And off.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 6 yards away.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And quickly they get to the line.
Final play of the half, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Finds his receiver, Watson. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a first down carry by Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4, they got 8, and it results in a conversion on 4th down. And inside give to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down and 6 now. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Jones is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try and run it into Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now Carlson for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On first down, it's gone. This to Laporta, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. St. Brown in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake the give, now gone. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 15. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. To throw now, here's Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter.
Let's go now. Fight, six.
Up the middle, Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down, Love. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ready up.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Again, it's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Ready?
Running right, Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ready?
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he has a Packer 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Carlson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Gone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing on third. Goff.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought